So hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So yesterday I got a comment regarding the anti-dandruff routine for the scalp. So if I talk about the dandruff can have the two different routines. One can be the science based and the second can be the Ayurvedic based. Today I'm gonna talk about the science based routine, and the Ayurvedic one I will cover in the next video. So please stay tuned for that. Okay, so if I talk about the dandruff, it's very much necessary to know that what is basically causing your dandruff. See, if you have a lot of stress, if you eat a lot of junk food, if you take a lot of dairy in your diet, so there may be a possibility that you may get a dandruff. Second could be the overuse of any particular hair care product on your scalp, or you know if you are over styling your hair, or if you are overheating your hairs, that can also lead to the dandruff on your scalp. Third can be the conditions like psoriasis or sclerosis. So this can also be the conditions which can cause the dandruff. So there can be certain different conditions which can cause dandruff on your hair. So it is normally recommended to go to the dermat for these particular dandruff issues. But the thing is, if you think that the condition has not been so much worse, so obviously you can treat it at your home, and if it's possible it may also vanish. So it may be possible. So if I talk about the science based routine, so obviously when you look for any particular shampoo when regarding dandruff, so always used for the ingredients like pyrithione zinc, that is also referred to as the ZPT. It is one of the best antifungal antibacterial ingredient which can be used for the dandruff, as it helps in the flaking, and it also helps in removing all the dandruff. Now see, the dandruff can also be caused due to the there is the bacteria which sits on your scalp, and it basically, that is malassezia, and it basically eats the oil which you have on your scalp. Like, if you have an oily scalp, so it will eat that oil, leading to the rapid cell turnover, which will lead to the conditions of dandruff, and which even may worse the condition of dandruff. So it is obviously very much necessary to use the shampoo that is antifungal or antibacterial. Okay, so the first ingredient I already mentioned. The second ingredient which you should look for in your shampoo is the selenium sulfide. It is also the antifungal and antibacterial ingredient. Then the third is the ketoconazole. Now the thing with ketoconazole is, I have known a lot of people who have used ketoconazole in their routine, but which was recommended by the dermat, but they did not see any considerable difference in the dandruff. I have no idea why, but obviously ketoconazole is a well known ingredient if you need to treat dandruff, and obviously the dermats recommend it, but I have no idea why it did not work for them. But still I would recommend it. The thing the if you did not know how to use ketoconazole, so what you have to do is, at first you have to wet your scalp, and then you have to apply the ketoconazole shampoo, and then you have to keep it on your hair, on your scalp for 3 to 5 minutes, and then you have to wash your hair. You have to repeat this routine for weeks, and you may see the considerable difference. I don't know why the people I have known have, for them it may not have worked, but obviously this is one of the good ingredient. Then you can also go for the salicylic acid based shampoo. Salicylic acid is the skincare ingredient which have been known very well as the exfoliating agent. So obviously it works best for the scalp. You can also go with the glycolic acid. So what you have to do is take an glycolic acid, and then you have to take a cotton pad, and you have to dab the glycolic acid on your scalp. Okay, and then you have to keep it approximately for 10 minutes before shampooing your hair, and then the regular way you shampoo your hair, you have to do that. So this was some of the ingredients which you should look in your shampoo in order to get rid of the dandruff. The one more thing which I would like to tell about, normally people getting dandruff is due to the dry scalp, and this dry scalp can be due to the overuse of the shampoo. Now the main thing which has been so much influenced like now on YouTube is basically that you have to wash your scalp 2 times, which I do not think personally is necessary, because even if you are using one time, you are all obviously using the chemical based shampoo, and the main motto of the chemical based shampoo is to clean your scalp. Now if you are using it a lot, obviously there is a hard water, we all have the hard water. No one is like that the water at their home has the pH level of very less and it is good. No, it is not like that. Everyone is going through the same thing, that everyone at their home get the hard water. So if you already have a hard water and then you are using shampoo and you are overusing it, you in order to get the squeaky clean feel, you are using the shampoo 2 times. I don't think it is necessary, and I think that one should not do it. And the next thing that people normally do is to oil the hair before washing it. So when you are oiling your hair, you are basically putting all the dirt, all the grime again deeper onto the scalp, so which is again worsening the condition. It is always advisable to use the oil onto the length before washing your hair, and after washing your hair to the squeaky clean scalp, and not on the scalp before shampooing your hair. This is the big misconception that people do, and people use it till the date. So I think this is one of the major hair care mistake people are doing, which is worsening their dandruff. So this was all about the science based anti dandruff routine which you can follow, and there was some tips I gave, and I think it may help you in the long run. So if you like my content, प्लीज़ डू सब्सक्राइब माई चैनल, और अगर कोई भी डाउट हो या फिर इफ़ यू वांट एनी प्रोडक्ट रिकमेंडेशन, डू लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन बिलो. टिल देन, बाय बाय, टेक केयर.